Hello, thanks for being in a new video. This time I have unboxing of the Realme 14T 5G. Let's get started. This device has recently arrived in Mexico and it was announced at a cost of 8,499 pesos. Let's explore what it has to offer us. I must say it initially seems a bit pricier than I would have hoped for, but let's take a look at what's inside the box to understand its value. Alright, let's get this opened up. Note that it includes a special Free Fire edition, which means it contains some digital goodies related to the game. Now, we go directly to the box, so let's remove the lid. Here we find a small envelope in the classic realme style. The entire box is yellow. Let's open this envelope to see what it contains. Apparently it includes this, which is the digital gift for Free Fire with a small QR code, so to speak. Once you receive this gift, it includes a small card. Then we'll locate the typical paperwork as well as the key needed to remove the tray for the SIM card. That's what you'll find here. Now, moving on to the case, you'll notice that it isn't entirely transparent. However, it is completely flexible. This particular case has semi-rigid edges and inside it has a rather textured feel. In just a moment, we'll tie it on to determine what suits you best. Deciding whether to use the device with a case or without one can be a bit of a dilemma. Currently, this is the content included in this initial envelope. However, let's pack all of this back up and proceed to focus on the cell phone itself, which seems to be located on the other side wrapped in a small bag. Let's carefully remove the device from the bag and explore what's being highlighted here: the processor, the battery, its durability, the screen, and an advanced cooling system. Shortly, we will go over all of its specifications in detail. To see how it compares in terms of its price, we're going to take off this little piece of mica, and there we go. Now, let's power on the phone, and while it's booting up, we'll peel off this sticker from the back, and that's done. So, take a look. The device boasts a really appealing design. Honestly, it looks quite good. It has some subtle waves that appear more striking under certain lighting angles, looking really impressive. Personally, I think I would choose to use it without a case because a case would detract significantly from its attractive aesthetics. The case, despite being a matte one, adds a nice appearance. It's really up to you as a user to decide what you prefer. Please let me know in the comments which aesthetics you favor for this phone, with the case or without it. By the way, removing the case is quite tricky. Now, as the cell phone is powering on, let's check what else is included in the box. Take note that it comes with both the charger and the cable. In this particular case, it would be a USB-A to USB-C connection. The cable doesn't appear to be very thick, but it should support fast charging. In this particular instance, it doesn't have any unique color within to make it easily identifiable. However, it's important to note that you must use this original cable if you wish to experience the full charging power. In this scenario, it is 45 watts utilizing the SuperBud protocol, which is a shared technology by Realme, Oppo, and OnePlus. Therefore, this is what we will be dealing with here. Essentially, these are the contents of the box. Now, let's delve a bit into the cell phone below to quickly discover its specifications and learn more about its features. This device has a thickness of 7.97 millimeters and a weight of 192 grams. In terms of weight, we could say it falls around the average range, and for thickness, it is slightly below the average. It doesn't become something utterly spectacular, but it does feel solid in the hand. It features straight lines in its frames, and the back cover also has a completely straight finish. The screen is the same, although there is a very slight curvature. However, since it comes with a factory-applied mica, this somewhat cancels out the curvature effect. This curvature, in terms of the feeling when you move your finger, then gives some priority to the resistance. But if you want, you can remove the mica perfectly to have this more comfortable feeling when you slide your finger on the screen. In this case, the device incorporates IP69, so it resists 2.5 meters deep for 30 min. This is undoubtedly one of its most important aspects, and although we are still not talking specifically about the camera, there is something. It's important because the manufacturer is, in a way, inviting the user to use the device for taking pictures underwater. This is something not all manufacturers are bold enough to encourage, and especially those with an IP69 rating don't typically include special modes for underwater photography. However, since this device has an IP69 rating, it achieves a new level of resistance. As a result, it comes with a special mode, allowing you to take pictures underwater using the buttons. then without a doubt this device is truly going to stand out, especially for its impressive resistance against water. In this segment, it's not common to see such a high level of water resistance, although it seems it will arrive without Gorilla Glass protection. On the front, you'll find an AMOLED screen measuring 6.67 inches diagonally, which is quite traditional for this segment. Additionally, it features a full HD resolution. Furthermore, it offers a refresh rate of 120 Hz. With a selector, you can adjust. And, of course, it displays vibrant colors. In this case, we can see dense colors and high contrast, traditional of this type of AMOLED screens. We even see good viewing angles. Although it is not a high-end AMOLED display, overall it does seem to give us a good viewing experience. We'll also find stereo sound with a speaker at the bottom and another speaker in the earpiece area for calls, plus a secondary output at the top. As for first impressions, the sound is quite loud. In fact, it features the famous 300% realme mode, which boosts the gain, primarily in the mid-frequencies. This results in a very thunderous sound, though not of the highest quality or anything like that. It's also important to note that the secondary speaker is significantly weaker when compared to the main speaker. The front camera boasts 16 megapixels, with an f2.4 aperture and a fixed focus in this case. We see here the capture before taking the picture with the good enough preview, but after taking the picture, I think the device makes a significant improvement in the balance of highlights and shadows. Although the level of detail I would say is simple, it doesn't seem to be an ultra-detailed photograph or anything. It looks more like an 8 megapixel photo than 16, so it won't be an expert at selfies, although I don't think it will ever be disappointing or anything like that either. For that, we find the main 50 megapixel camera with f1.8 aperture, in this case autofocus, but without optical stabilization. Then only a 2 megapixel monochrome camera, that we'll call it a marketing camera. And here is another little dot where the flash view surrounds. So in the photographic section comes pretty simple. Definitely at this price point, we would like to see an ultra-wide camera, even with macro capabilities. But here camera is seen and we will see the results because we see something good. For the main picture, the colors are not 100% accurate, but I think they're expected for this price. However, I do not like that it does not maintain optical quality at 2x zoom. So already from the short range zoom, we realize that it is not going to be too good. Below, you are looking at the picture with 5x zoom, and finally, the picture with 10x zoom, so you can see that although it goes up to 10x, in reality, it is not very good. The level of detail, I think we could leave it up to 5x as acceptable. So you saw that this does not particularly excel in photography, and the same will happen in video, where it is not capable of recording in 4K, although at least it can record in 60 frames per second with full HD. On the rear camera, with respect to the front camera, it stands out that by default it records in HD, something that is unacceptable in this price range, but at least if we can go up through the settings. It is not a full HD device, but we can immediately understand that they have not given much priority to the front camera. But they have given special priority to the battery. It has a 6000 mAh battery with support for charging 45 watts, and it is included in the box. Although in the video review, we will make a more detailed analysis regarding the duration of both the discharge and the charge, because sometimes there are some manufacturers that, although they send you a 90 watts charger or something like that, in fact, if the device's specifications use half or so of its power, then we should not get carried away only by the numbers of the specifications. But for now, it gives us to understand that it would be an attractive device in the sense of the charging power that it would be able to reach. We will find Android 15 running on this device with realme UI 6, which is positive in a 2025 device. In fact, note that in this case, it's already receiving some security patch. So it seems that at least the manufacturer, if you would be careful to send security patches. Although in this range, do not expect to receive many updates of the operating system. And take note that through the software, if it incorporates artificial intelligence capabilities with the editor, for instance, it includes an object eraser. You simply need to agree to the terms and conditions. Let's observe if it can erase, for example, this entire tree. I will set an extreme test, which is honestly a very challenging test. However, let's see if it successfully detects the edges of that tree accurately. Now we just have to wait for it to process for a little while, and then we're done. Alright, so it added another tree because it is generative artificial intelligence. However, it appears to function quite effectively. It is not just some random filler, it does attempt to utilize artificial intelligence. This is part of what is included. Keep in mind that this was an extreme test. Also, note that it has a function called AI Clear Face. I believe the translation might not be very precise, but it will assist in providing more clarity to our face. Let's see if it truly does something interesting when applied. The device manages to alter some of your facial features, but it also tries to enhance your face using artificial intelligence. This is quite fascinating. Moreover, it includes a function to focus and another to eliminate reflections. Additionally, it boasts impressive artificial intelligence capabilities, making it stand out, albeit primarily in photo editing. Unfortunately, we don't find other tools like an editor, translator, and more. Nevertheless, I believe it proves to be an excellent tool for enhancing your face with the help of artificial intelligence. I believe it will perform competitively in that market. The device features a storage capacity of 256 gigabytes, which aligns with expectations for a product at this price point. It also includes 8 gigabytes of physical RAM, along with virtual RAM options. While I don't typically suggest using virtual RAM, it's worth noting that these options are available on this device. And finally, the processor is the MediaTek Dimensity 6301 processor that I think in the price range will be a little short. But let's see the benchmarks in Geekbench, for example, gives us 755 points in a single core and 1009. 175 points in multi-core IE are numbers that we would generally see in a device that would cost half the cost of this cell. Then the processor is really quite short if you want to give much priority to play games or edit videos on the phone, I think that. This device might not provide a great experience because it focuses more on durability and battery life. In Antutu, it scored 4,44,352 points. However, these are just reference numbers. In our full video review, we will delve deeper into analyzing its performance in both applications and games. For now, we have reached the end of this video. If you enjoyed it, feel free to let us know, and we will see you next time.